When is laughter actually necessary? I want to tell you about my weekend. See, I entered a 48-hour film festival and it went terribly wrong. So this video is about the breakdown, kind of how I got the idea, how I ended up fixing it, some tips and tricks that I felt like I picked up on two 48-hour film festivals now. Randomly, this childhood memory popped in my head of me and my buddy Chris. It was, I think, senior year of high school, so it's been forever ago, behind this dump truck, and the dump truck smelled so bad, and I just remember we made so many jokes about it that my head was absolutely just like pounding. I guess that led me to farting. You know, everybody kind of laughs at farts, but I didn't want this to be just like a funny, haha, stupid film. Like I've never tried to do anything serious. I've never really tried to build anything in like a real production way. So I wanted this to feel something that any human would actually kind of go through. So I landed on this idea about two guys grieving their buddy that they just lost, and they're outside of the funeral home, and one guy is just like trying to comfort the other one. They're having this really intimate moment. It's just like personal, and this guy's stomach is hurting, and he just has to like rip the biggest fart to break this tension that they're holding together. All right, so I ended up filming all of the short in here besides the opening scene. And why did I film it in my car? Well, it's because I can control basically everything. See, a 48-hour film festival, you're gonna lose your butt if you have these like big scale settings and these like big ideas of like you're gonna go to multiple locations and things like that. This is it. Also, I thought it was really funny. I mean, it's a very normal thing that you would be outside in your car trying to get away from everybody at a funeral home. Your buddy would come and join you because he's like, hey, you know, he doesn't want you to be alone. And also, like, if your guy farts on you in here, you're trapped. Like this becomes like a fart coffin. Like you're not getting out. He's not letting you out. You know what I mean? Like it is the perfect location for what I wanted to pull off. One thing I did differently on this short film that I'd never done before is instead of just having a shot list, I actually built it out visually, just taking some photos the day before. Like having to figure out shots day of just wasn't gonna be in the cards. And having that visual reference day of and knowing immediately where I was gonna set my camera, you know, what exactly I was looking for, it made it like such an easy process. Like, I mean, we shot the entire thing and did multiple takes all in an hour and a half. So 90 minutes later, we had like a film. The scene is really just about pressure building. It's funny, I remember this cartoon named Dexter's Lab. You guys probably don't remember it. If you do and you remember this episode, please sound off in the comments. But there was an episode where he eats this massive burrito.
Let her rip.
And the entire episode is basically just him thinking he's going to explode. And at the end, he just farts and you can hear it around the world. Also, I remember laughing hysterically at that when I was a kid. So this is basically just like the nail biting, the slow pushing on them talking in silence, and then the phone, and then him fighting with his stomach. They're all just little moments of like tension that's building to relieve this pressure valve, which is a fart. When that tension eventually breaks and this guy's upset stomach finally just gets the best of him, I wanted it to be like what would you do in that moment if you were with your buddy, if you guys were in a serious moment, if you guys were trying to grieve a friend, you wouldn't really want to just laugh, and you wouldn't want it to be a thing. You would actually just want it to go away. You'd be pretty embarrassed. And I think my buddy Jordan sold that so well, and it's also our buddy Rob doing his best to not react to it. That's what really made this more of like a human interaction thing for me than just like a fart gag, haha, you know. And that is where actually everything went wrong. See, my master shot is I wanted it to feel like you were in the backseat with them, just hanging out like you would be if you were that friend. So I had my camera attached with a clamp on the back seat, and I guess I bumped maybe the audio or something. My lav mics just stopped working. Probably 4 minutes worth of footage, there was zero audio. The only way I saved that was Jordan actually had told us to take a take from the top, and so they laughed for probably an extra 15 seconds or so.
Please don't make this work.
Completely different take. So when I got home, I actually had to layer that track underneath. My only saving grace in this entire film was my master shot was filmed from behind their heads. Had I filmed like with the camera facing them, there's probably no way I would have been able to layer that laughter, because it was off the cuff every time. It was not planned or anything. There's no way I would have been able to layer that laughter, you know, perfectly and sync it up with their mouths. There's no way. I would say if you have a master shot, and it's called a master shot for a reason, you should always check your audio. But again, it comes with like doing these projects by yourself. And it wasn't that I planned on really doing it by myself. We just had some mishaps with one of my guys. It happens, but I'm glad that we created it, and I'm glad that it got done. If you're interested in the short film, I'll link it below. And if you like breakdowns like this, I'd love to do more, and I'm definitely gonna do some more short films. So follow along, hit that subscribe button, like this video. It goes a long way. I'll see you guys in the next one.